Hey, what's going on, you sexy bees? VatiWah here, and welcome to Skyrim mod review Boobs and Lubes episode 73. Now in this episode, we have the most awesome armor for this month, we have a few new followers, and a couple of new animations to take a look at. I had Danica appear spring give me some what Marvin Gaye would say, I want sexual healing, because I had a boo-boo. Yes, I need her to kiss my boo-boos away. Now time to get to work, because you know what, we partied too hard, and wait a second, what's on my face? Oh my goodness, did Danica give me some freckles or some kind of an STD or something? SR Freckles by StephieRawx allows us to give our characters freckles. Now there are 10 different freckles that we could choose from. They range from small freckles, large freckles, freckles all over your face, freckles on your cheeks, or freckles on your nose. There is a variety to choose from. Now depending on your EMB, the freckles can be very pronounced, or they could blend in more into your face. The freckles are available for the human and elf races for Skyrim. Now the freckle placement seems to be the same in between the races, they appear in the same spots. And the freckles are available for both male and female. Yes, when I think of freckles, I think of maybe like Lucy Liu or maybe Morgan Freeman. So this is a mod that is quite a great way to add freckles to your character using the slider in the race menu or enhanced character edit. Well, this is no big deal. We probably got the freckles from being out in the sun all day long. And I think we have to go find ourselves a job because we party way too hard and it costs money to party. Hey there, do you know where I can find a job in Dragon Bridge? Oh, okay. The 4 shields, now that's a good idea. There has to be jobs at the local inn. I didn't notice that there are lanterns here. Immersive content, realistic outdoor lights by Necrocytosis is a mod that alters and adds lights to places that actually make sense. Now the main thing about this mod is that it adds and changes the light placement to make it look like it's useful. That's the main purpose of the mod. For example, it adds lanterns on road signs so you can actually see the sign better and decide where the hell you want to go. It adds lights on the bridges so you don't trip over the ledge and maybe fall into the river, yes. It also adds a lantern in front of a doorway so you know where the door is so you could knock on it and tell them about our Lord and Savior Talos. Okay. Now realistic outdoor lights add lights to the outdoor as the title suggests. I don't think it changes anything with the indoors particularly. Now the torches and lanterns are off during the day so the cities don't waste firewood or fuel. And the mod also does a number of other things like tweaks and changes as well to like the fire sources and the brightness. Overall, I agree with most of the fire placements and the mod makes total sense. There is a job that we can take, but before we do that, I think maybe we should recruit ourselves some more followers to help us make money because the more the better. Now the first follower we're gonna take a look at is going to be at the High Hofguard, where we can find her sitting in the dark. Michiko, fully voiced Japanese standalone follower by psychoslaphead, is a cute Japanese follower to add to your groupie. Now I would say that she looks like an Asian girl. She doesn't look too weird or outrageous that I've seen other people try to make as an Asian follower. You know, this is just normal. Now she is using a Japanese version of the female young ear voice in Skyrim. It's the default voice, and her backstory was that she was born from a Japanese mother and a Nord father. So since she has a Japanese mother and a Nord father, it kind of explains why she has black hair and blue eyes. Now I think her face is very soft, her features are very soft, I like that in a girl. Her mother died from illness and her father died in a skirmish in a battle, so it was just her and her brother. And she learned the samurai way from her brother so she could defend herself, and I believe she became an assassin. Eventually, she was adopted by the Greybeards in High Hofguard. Michiko uses dual katanas and she does a lot of healing and shouts. She is wearing the Blades armor, which is very hot. Yes, I always like that armor. And she is available in UNP and CBBE, and there are also HDT versions for both of them. The next follower is going to be Safina, the Huntress standalone follower by Sucko2000, and it's a follower that also comes with some extra goodies. Safina can be found near Whiterun Stable, and Safina apparently has her own house. Now I would not mind having a follower, marrying her, and living in her house. Yes, I would not mind that at all. Now the first room is going to be the kitchen, and damn, she is loaded. All this meat here, all this food. Oh yes, meat is expensive. Now in the next room we can find Safina standing there. Hey there, beautiful. Ho ho ho. Yes, come with me. Now she also comes with a companion named Phoenix, which looks like an ice wraith. The rest of the house is fancy too. There is a living room with a fireplace. There is the main dining table. Now upstairs we have another dining table or hangout place, and finally we have the bedroom. Now it is kind of rare for a follower that also comes with its own home, and the story about it is the home was built by the Jarl, and it's given to Safina because Safina helped the Jarl recover some stolen jewels. Now I really like followers that have something unique or special to them, like custom voices, their own skills, like special skills, maybe a quest or their own custom voice in their own house. It just makes the follower much more unique. I love that. Safina uses a sword as her main weapon, and whoa, Michiko wants to join in. Oh man, calm down, Michiko. Now Safina also uses a bow as well. Safina is available in CPPE, UNP, UNPB, and 7 base body type. And Safina's face has a kind of a mature look to her. She has kind of like a high cheekbones and a long face. But overall, she's pretty, I like it. Right now, I think Safina and Michiko should wear bikinis because, well, I don't know about you guys, but I like to know every inch of my followers to get to know them better. I like the simplicity of a bikini. That is my main reason. There's nothing perverted about it. I just like simplicity, and that's the most simple you can go without getting to nakedness. Okay, anyways, wow, man, we have all these followers here. I think maybe we should go and make some money. The WatchTowers Reborn fueled by Genesis by mannygt, Moose109, Tony Cube 2, Sands of Time team. Wow, man, that's a lot of people that was involved in this mod in one way or another. Now it's a mod that adds watchtowers to Skyrim. Yes, a lot more. Now we are at the Dawnstar Harbor right now, and we have a job right here. Now there is a tower at the entrance of the harbor, and we gotta take it and defend it. So let's go in, shall we? Alright, so let me see. Okay, so the layout of this tower is kind of similar to the vanilla towers in Skyrim. There are bandits in here sometimes, as you see. Is one punch in the face and they're dead. Now when we get to the top, sometimes the pirates will spawn at the base of the tower to reinforce the bandits, and they try to take back the tower. Now some of the towers do contain chests, like right here on the most upper level next to this chair. Yes, let's see. Oh yeah, not bad at all. The towers are all along the coastline, and the most western one is next to Solitude. So let's take a look at this tower, shall we? Now the layout is pretty much the same, like some of the clutter and the loot in here is kind of different from the first tower that we saw in the Dawnstar Harbor. And there are no enemies here, there are no bandits. Now the enemies did not spawn this time when we reached the top level, so we're cool, we're safe here. And let's get to the top. Alright, so there are no chests here. There are currently about 27 watchtowers, and at the moment they seem to be located mostly on the Sea of Ghosts coastline. As I said before, they line the coast from Solitude, and then they go all the way to Windhelm, or all the way to the east. Now the towers may or may not have chests in them because the bandits move the chests around to make it harder to find them. Now I'm not quite sure if I found every single tower, because there's just so many. Like sometimes they're like on an island offshore, or maybe they could be located like in a small inlet. And but yeah, there is a lot of the towers. But it is an adventure to find all of them and to see what kind of loot you can find and see how many bandits and pirates you can kill. Yes, gotta find them all, watchtowers. Yeah, Pokemon reference. Alright, okay. Now that I think about it, it's probably not a good idea to be assaulting these towers and then guard them while wearing a bikini. So maybe we should wear something that's more protective and maybe more badass so people won't mess with us. Yes, we need the most badass motherfucking armor ever. The Daedric Reaper Armor by Deserter X is the most incredible armor for this month, and it's for both male and female. So let's take a look at the male one. Let's get that out of the way first. Now this is a pretty much the first male armor I have looked at. I don't know, I don't remember, but I think this is the only one I've looked. Wait, actually no, I think there was a Santa Claus one. But anyways, the male Daedric armor is just so wicked sick and fearsome. The armor is in 4K textures, which looks just so amazing, beautiful, and dazzling. The design of the overall armor is just very well put together, and it seems like it's made of a mixture of metals and leather. When wearing it, it just makes me feel like I'm using a heavy armor, especially the way when it moves. The gloves look like you can jam it into someone's chest and take out their heart. Now it has a very nice groin plate to protect the family jewels. Yes, it's the most important part of our, we gotta protect that. Now the metal just looks so real and has a fantastic looking rough texture to it. Now the leather has a lot of puncture holes on them, and it seems to indicate that there was a lot of close calls from arrows and stabbings. Ah yes, the female Daedric armor. Yes, here we are. Now it's definitely much more slimmer, and it looks equally as impressive as the male Daedric armor. Now there are a lot of things that I absolutely adore about the female version. Now it's both sexy and badass at the same time, and that's the best combination. Now I don't want to mess with a lady that is wearing an outfit like the female Daedric armor. Now it is available in UNP and CBBE, it's available in 4K and 2K textures. So what are my favorite parts of the armor? Well, I really like the torn and shredded leather around her hips, like on the edges. It's very fashionable, it's kind of like ripped denim jeans, I like it. Now I also love the heart-shaped chain near her thighs, and you know, VatiWah does love his thighs. Now when you take off the skirt, it reveals some devilish looking skulls and more torn leather. Yes, this is just so awesome, I love it! Now I also love how the leggings have like the chains connecting all the plates together, and it just looks so great. I don't know, I'm at a loss of words. Now when I first saw this armor in the game, after I installed it, my jaw dropped and I was just blown away. I have nothing but praises for this armor. Ah yes, the Daedric Reaper sword. Now it's very well made, so we cannot forget about it. Now to me it looks very real, and I love the blade edge. The blade edge kind of zigzags. It's kind of it looks like it's serrated a little bit. The armor is found by going to Arcwind Point, and once there we get to the top of the nearby tower where we can find a crafting manual. Yes, once we get it, there are a lot of cool and sexy pictures, yeah, as usual, and it also lists all the ingredients needed to craft the Daedric Reaper armor. Now the crafting system for the Daedric Reaper armor is a little bit different. Now after we find the manual, we fire up the forge and we go to the Daedric section. And then once there, we stroll down to the Daedric Reaper, and we ignore all the other ones that says that doesn't say Reaper. As you can see, there is only the corrupted heart and the gauntlets to craft. So the first thing we gotta do is we gotta craft the corrupted heart first, and we're going to craft a few of them because we are gonna need them for other parts, or if you want to make more than one. Now after we do that, we can then craft the gauntlets. And after we craft the gauntlets, it opens up the cuirass and 2 different leggings that we can put on. Yes, I love it, look at that, so cool. And after that, we go ahead and we craft the cuirass, and it opens up the boots and the skirt. Now this goes on for a couple more tiers and level, and you can eventually craft everything. There are several different hoods, and they add in hair and a few hair colors so you're not bald. Now the most unique one is the faceless one, which kind of reminds me of maybe Tyrael from Diablo. There are also 2 leggings available. Now between the 2, I prefer to have the leggings with the chains and leather. Now even though usually I prefer to show more skin, I just love the chains and the leather design very much. Now the most important feature of this armor is coming up right now. Now depending on your EMB, it also has a special effect that makes your armor have this glowing animation at some of the joints of the armor. Now the Soul Reaper has a yellowish glow, and I had to switch from Opifio EMB to Real Vision EMB to see it better, to have it be more pronounced. Now it's absolutely the coolest thing I have ever seen in an armor, and there is just a perfect amount of glow. It's not too overwhelming. Now the cool thing is that there are different colors for the glowing too. Now right here we have the Daedric Ebony armor, and it's probably the most intimidating red glow ever. Now when I saw this one, I thought of like maybe blood for the blood god, skulls for the skull throne, just because the red reminds me of like blood and it looks very demonic. Now after that we have the Daedric Fantasy, which has a purplish glow. Now I love purple, it's one of my favorite colors, and I think the hue of purple for this armor is just perfect. It's not like a solid purple color that looks like a UV light or something. This is just perfect. I love it. It has a heavenly glow to it. The glow is animated, it's not static, so it doesn't look like someone just painted on some colors on the joint and call it a day and call it a glow. This is the real deal, and I gotta thank you for making this armor, Deserter X. It's a great addition, and it should be like one of the top 10 armors to have for Skyrim if you want to have something badass and looks great in Skyrim. Ah, yeah, it's very great. It's so badass and sexy. Ooh, man, it makes me all randy and worked up just thinking about it. When I'm wearing the Daedric Reaper armor, it makes me want to jump for joy, and right now I'm jumping kinda differently now. Jumping animation by Fipoiler or Spoiler changes the way your character jumps, so you don't, do the flappy wing motion anymore. Now with the vanilla jump, when you jump and move at the same time, your arm is kind of flapped down while it's dropping. It kind of looks like you're flapping your arms, like trying to prevent yourself from falling like a bird. Now it does kind of look weird at times, and I do agree with that. Now with this jumping animation, you kind of look like you're like jumping over hurdles with your arms and not acting strange, and it kind of makes you not look awkward anymore, like the flapping hand motion. Yes, I love this. Man oh man, being a guardsman in this tower is kinda tough at night when you can't really see anything. I think it's time for me to bust out my torch. It's kinda better, but I still don't really like having a fire in my face. Proper Torch Wield, hold your torch away from your face by skyrimaguas, changes the way you hold your torch. Now while holding your torch, you now hold the torch away from your face. I mean, it is kind of dangerous having a flame in front of you, and you probably don't want it to get in the way of your vision, so this is a welcoming improvement. Now when holding a weapon along with a torch, the torch is again angled away from your face, and it's kind of like the fire is kind of off the screen, and the fire is not as visible anymore. Now in my opinion, it could mean the difference between life and death. Having something covering your screen kind of creates like a blind spot, and you want to reduce it as much as possible because there might be an enemy hiding like behind the torch and at a distance, so you don't see them. Now it's a great improvement, and mastering the art of holding torches is vital to your success. Alright, the time has come. Liliana, I'm gonna assign you to guard this tower. Now I know you're gonna do a great job, and if you're bored, you can play Magic the Gathering or something. Vivacity, you're wearing a nice warm Siri outfit, so I think you're fit for this guard tower since it's right in the icy snow region. Yes, I'm sure you'll stay warm. Safina, hey, you can guard this tower. I'll look after your house, and I'll make sure not to eat any of your meat, I promise. Avlin, you're one of my most prettiest followers. It kind of pains me to have you guard this tower, but someone has to do it. Someone has to do this just so VatiWah could have some money. Makes me sad. Anyways, I am VatiWah. Hope you sexy beasts enjoyed this episode of Skyrim mod review, Boobs and Lubes. And if you did, make sure to bang that like and subscribe button, bang it good. And I want to know in the comment section below, what is your favorite color of glow for the Daedric Reaper Armor? Again, let me know in the comment section below. I would like to mention that I have set up a Patreon, and if you want to help me out and you like what I do, you can donate to me, and it'll help me make more videos, especially for Skyrim. Now, if you donate a certain amount, you can get a pair of autographed panties, yes, so you can look as cool as me. But yeah, I really need your guys' help right now, and your help is needed for me to keep doing videos that you all love, cherish, and enjoy. A link of my Patreon can be found in the video description below. Also, check out my non-Skyrim videos on my channel. I'm doing a Fallout 3 Let's Play just to prepare for Fallout 4, and I'm loving the game. Fallout 3 is an awesome game. Yes, maybe one day I'll play Skyrim and do a Let's Play of it. What do you guys think? Should I do a Let's Play of Skyrim or something one day? Well then, I'm VatiWah. Stay sexy, my friends. Stay sexy.